Good afternoon, sports fans, and welcome to Northern Burlington County Regional High School. I am Mr. James Dowd. I'm joined by broadcasting alum Mr. Tyler Kay. We are here live at the farm. It is Monday, September 21st, 2018, as the Northern Burlington Greyhounds take on the Pennsauken Indians. How are you doing today, TK?
I'm doing pretty good, Jim. Happy to be here. Ready for an exciting day of volleyball. This Northern Burlington team is a really talented bunch. And I think that this should be a very exciting matchup.
Northern is led by head coach Mr. Gene Darling, and he's coming off a really successful season last year where he finished with a 26-10 record, and the team got to the state tournament. He's also had some success as an assistant football coach as well as assistant baseball coach and head basketball coach, and actually the Greyhounds basketball team won their division for the first time in 30 years last year, so I'm sure he's got this group fired up, ready to go today.
Well, I would say that Coach Darling is really he's a great mind for athletics. He does a lot here at Northern Burlington. I think that any team that's had him as a coach has definitely been lucky to have him.
Northern's led this year by players like Lainey Burrow, Elizabeth Banas, Kylie Burrow, and Emily Simpkins, and they've really been playing really well. Already up against Pennsauken 5-0 in this one.
All of them butter because they are on a roll. Lainey Burrow is killing it so far today. The Burrow sisters are both excellent volleyball players.
Now, this is a rematch. These two teams played earlier in the season, and in that game, Northern won in two straight sets, 25-16 and 25-10. And in that game, Northern had 16 aces to go along with 39 service points, 18 kills, and 17 assists. But I know Pennsauken would like nothing more to come in here and avenge that early season loss.
Well, they're going to try, but I don't know if they're going to have much luck. This Northern Burlington team, as I've said, they are very good. The score is now 7-0 Northern Burlington.
And as you said, Lainey Burrow's doing a great job so far serving for the Greyhounds. She actually had 7 service points and 3 aces in that early game, and the Greyhounds have jumped off to a really early start here, 8-0 in this first set.
Here's Burrow to the serve, and that is going to be an ace.
Pennsauken struggled a little bit this year. They're only 2-6 so far. They've had some wins against teams like Florence and Cherry Hill West, and they've lost some tough ones against, as we stated earlier, Northern, Sterling, Atlantic Tech, Notre Dame, Morristown, and recently at RV.
That is a tough schedule there. That serve is going to go into the net, and that's going to be the first point for Pennsauken. They're going to take over service here and see if they can maybe get on a little run of their own.
So we'll see what the Indians have in store here for the Greyhounds. And you can follow all girls volleyball action on Twitter at NBC_girlsVball. And you can follow all Northern sports on Twitter at NBC_athletics. And that's run by our athletic director, Dr. Dan Uzak. He does a great job keeping everybody plugged in. In addition, you can follow Northern TV on Twitter at Northern_TV. We're also on Comcast Channel 19, Verizon Channel 42, streaming on the web. And you can check out this game and many others on our YouTube channel, keyword Northern TV. So we'll see what the Indians can do here, trying to get back into this one, currently down 9-3 early in the first set.
Yep, 3 straight points here for Pennsauken. Nice little volley there. But that's going to be a point for the Greyhounds on a net foul by Pennsauken. Can't touch the net. It's one of the rules of the game.
So Northern currently cruising in this first set, 10-3. But still plenty of action left to play. And plenty of action coming up here for the Lady Hounds. Now, after this game, they'll have 10 more games on the schedule, and they'll end their season with 4 of their last 5 here at home, including games versus Cherokee, Eastern, Sterling, and STEM Civics. So there should be winnable games as the Hounds look to make another state tournament appearance this season, and that's going to be another point for the Greyhounds, currently cruising in this one 11-3.
Tell you what, these Greyhounds are really coming out to play here today. They're wasting no time running out to a quick lead, 11-3. Here comes the serve for the Greyhounds. Oof, nothing happening there for Pennsauken. The score is now 12-3.
And that's Elizabeth Banas there. She had 4 aces in the last game. She's one of our stat leaders. She had 8 service points in addition to go with 4 kills in the last game versus Pennsauken. So she's certainly one that I'm sure the Indians have game planned for, with Northern in the lead 13-3, and it looks like Pennsauken's going to call a quick timeout here, take a pause in the game action. Want to remind our viewers that If you're interested in any sponsorship opportunities here at the farm to help educate, inform, and entertain, you can contact us at northerntv@nburlington.com for more information about that. Lots of different sponsorship opportunities. So it looks like the Greyhounds are picking back up on the serve here, 13-3 in the first set.
Ball is in the air and coming back over. Bump, set. Oh, nice block there by Pennsauken.
That looked like that was going to be a drop shot there for the Greyhounds trying to catch Indians off guard. And as you said, great block there at the net.
Absolutely. Still very early in this match. Here's the serve for Pennsauken. Oh, what a play by the Greyhounds. Score the point there. It is now 14-4. 10-point lead in this first set. Oh, good hustle there by Pennsauken to return that serve.
And as I stated earlier, Emily Simpkins, one of the standouts here on the Greyhounds, had a great game versus Pennsauken last time the two met with an ace, 3 service points, and a kill to go along with 8 assists. So she's been a great playmaker for the Hounds so far this season. And that looks like that's going to go to the Indians here. Currently down 15-5.
Yeah, a little bit long on that shot there for the Greyhounds. Here comes the serve for Pennsauken after they make a substitution. Here's Ferroni with the serve. Good teamwork there, but the Greyhounds are not going to be able to get that ball over.
We've been talking about some of the outstanding players on the Greyhounds, and as you stated, Tyler K. Ferroni, they're serving for the Indians, but they've also got some playmakers such as Brianna Carey, Ramsha Chowhardy, Ebony Johnson, and Tien Tran. So those will be players that Northern looks to stop here, as they're up in this one big so far, 15-6, early in the first set.
Tran is a very talented player for Pennsauken. She's had quite a history of being an excellent server.
Well, they're going to need that help. They're cutting into the lead a little bit here, down 15-7, and we'll see if they can get back into this one. Obviously, we're rooting for Northern, but we're also rooting for a good game, and we've got a great turnout of friends, family, community members on hand. You can hear the crowd cheering, supporting the Hounds, who are currently in the lead in this one, 16-7.
Ball is up, and that's going to be point for Pennsauken. A little bit long on that one there.
And immediately following this game will be the JV game, so we'll look for those players to continue to grow this program. And as we stated, the Hounds had a really successful season last year, 26-10 record. And here's Chowhardy for Pennsauken, trying to get them back into this one.
Nice little volley going on here. There's the bump. And that's going to be a point for the Greyhounds. Score is now 17-8.
And again, for those just tuning in, I'm Mr. James Dowd. I'm joined by broadcasting alum, Mr. Tyler K. We are on here live at the farm. It is Monday, September 24th, 2018, as the Northern Burlington Greyhounds take on the Pennsauken Indians in a great girls volleyball matchup. Abigail Mayberry serving for the Greyhounds, and that looks like it's going to be a point for Pennsauken.
A little bit wide on that serve there. Greyhounds need to buckle down a little bit here and finish off this set. They started strong, but Pennsauken's creeping their way back in. Here's the bump, here's the set, and no spike. As the point goes to Pennsauken. Now 17-10 Greyhounds.
Now the Hounds are coming into this game currently with a record of 4-4, but they've actually won 2 of their last 3, and hopefully they can get over the 500 record today and continue to compete in this division with other powerhouse teams like RV, Pennsauken, in addition to some other great local talent.
It's going to be a point there for the Greyhounds. Score is now 18-10. Here's the serve. Ball is in the air and back over. Nice volley here. And there's going to be a point for the Greyhounds. 19-10 in this first set.
And in case our viewers don't know, the games go up to 25. You have to win by 2, so Northern's currently cruising in this one. Up 19-10, looking to get a 10-point advantage here. And I'm sure Pennsauken may be a little fatigued from the bus ride, traveling on the road, never easy. And the Greyhounds are now 5 points away from taking this first set versus the Indians here at the farm.
They've doubled them up here. It is now 20-10. Let's see if the Greyhounds can finish this set strong. Here's the serve for the Greyhounds. Nice return there for Pennsauken. A little miscommunication there for the Greyhounds, and that's going to be point Pennsauken. It's now 20-11 Northern Burlington.
And I think the Greyhounds' volley and serving has really been their strengths today. Pensauken's had a difficult time returning their serves. But we'll see what they have up their sleeve here now, currently down 20-11. Still plenty of time left to get back into this one. And Indians are going to serve here.
Nice job by the Greyhounds, getting that ball back over. Oh, and that is going to be point Pennsauken. Now 20-12 Northern Burlington. Pennsauken service coming up.
I'm sure the Greyhounds are looking to win this first set. Obviously, you never want to be down a set, especially at home versus a division rival. But they're certainly doing a great job so far. Currently up in this one, 20-12. And that looks like it's going to be a point for the Greyhounds. So 21-12 now in the first set, 4 points away from getting a big victory.
Score is now 22-12 Northern Burlington. Greyhounds back up to a 10-point lead, 3 points away from taking this first set. And boom goes the dynamite. Another point there for the Greyhounds, 23-12.
And that is number 9, Laney Burrows, serving for the Hounds. Now 2 points away from getting a big win here in this first set early in this game. And great play at the net there. Looked like Northern was going to get a block, but they're going to send that one back over to the Pensauken side. And it looks like it's just going to be too much for the Indians. That one's going to sail out of bounds. Now the Greyhounds are 1 point away here from getting a big win in this first set.
A little too much mustard there on that shot for Pennsauken. We have set point coming up now for the Greyhounds. Here comes the serve. Pennsauken returns. Bump, set, and spike. Have a good night. First set goes to the Northern Greyhounds.
So we're going to take a little pause here as the teams switch sides, and we'll pick back up here in the second set. And we're going to pick up in the second set here. I'm joined by broadcasting student Mr. Logan Stewart. How you doing today, Logan?
I'm doing good, Mr. Dowd.
What can you tell us about the Greyhounds this season, Logan?
The Greyhounds this season, they are 4-4. And last week they beat, or the last game I should say, they beat Florence.
And they're getting some outstanding play from some of their team leaders. We talked about in the first set, me and Tyler Kay talked about some of their outstanding players for the Greyhounds. Logan, who are some of the girls who are help leading the Hounds this year?
Elizabeth Bannis with service points of 44. Emily Simpkins of 39. And also Elizabeth Bannis and Aces of 13. Kylie Burrow, 12. Laney Burrow, 11.
And that was Banis there with the serve. And as we stated, the Greyhounds took the first set 25-12, and they really jumped out to an early lead in that one. Pennsauken just sort of ran out of gas, but it looks like they've come to play here in the second set, and this game is 3-2. For those who don't know, it's a best 2 out of 3. Northern took the first set, so if they win this one, they'll win the match. If Pensauken's fortunate enough to win this set, they'll go on to a third set. But as I stated, the Greyhounds beat the Indians earlier in the year, 2-0. And as you stated, Logan, the Greyhounds are coming off some big wins, so I look for them to get a big win here today, and that was a great play at the net there. Looks like that's going to go towards the Indians. But I look for them to get a big win here today. And again, for those just tuning in, I am Mr. James Dowd. I'm joined by broadcasting student Mr. Logan Stewart. We are here live at the farm. It is Monday, September 24th, 2018, as the Northern Burlington Greyhounds take on the Pennsauken Indians. We've also got a lot of action coming up this week at the farm. Logan, why don't you tell our viewers at home about some of the upcoming games they can check out here for the Greyhounds?
On September 24th, girls tennis will be playing at Delran at 3:45. Also on the 24th, boys soccer at Rancocas Valley at 6:30. On the 25th, girls tennis versus Delran at home at 3:45. And girls soccer at home versus Burlington Township at 3:45. Field hockey team at Rancocas Valley at 3:45. Boys soccer at Burlington Township at 3:45. And also girls tennis versus Lenape at home at 3:45.
So lots of action coming up here this week and lots of ways to stay plugged in. And again, you can follow Northern Sports on Twitter at NBC_athletics, and that's run by our athletic director, Dr. Dan Uzak. He does a great job keeping everybody plugged in. And you can also keep track of girls volleyball on Twitter at NBC_girlsVball. You can also check out Northern TV on Twitter at Northern_TV. So there's lots of ways to stay plugged into all the athletic action here at the farm. And we've got a really great matchup here going on in this second set. Northern fighting for the point there, getting it, and now in the lead 6-4. Want to take this opportunity while we have a pause in the game action to thank our camera operators, Mr. Dave Geibel, Mr. Jeff Alcade, Mr. Brett Hubbard, for their production work. Certainly Tyler Kay, who joined me in the first set, and obviously you, Logan, for helping us out here, commentating here in the second set. But we've got a great matchup here. And as we stated, Northern defeated Pennsauken earlier in the year, so I'm sure the Indians would like nothing more than to get a big win here in front of their home crowd, the Greyhounds. But the Hounds have a 7-4 lead and look to increase on that here with this serve.
So Northern just scored another point on Pennsauken.
So great volley there, back and forth. Excellent drop shot there by the Greyhounds. Had some great play there at the net. We'll see if the front line of the Greyhounds can enhance on this lead, but I'll tell you what, Pensauken's really doing a great job here in the second set. Came out a little lackadaisical in the first set, and Northern jumped out to that big lead, but this is really competitive here in the second set, and we've got a great turnout of friends, family, community members on hand here at the farm, as we always do, as the Greyhounds are up 9-4. Hoping to get into double digits here momentarily. Also want to remind our viewers we've got some really exciting things coming up at the farm in the next month. Logan, why don't you tell our viewers about these exciting events?
Next month we have our annual homecoming game on Saturday, October 13th versus Hightstown. Spirit Week leading up to the game, our annual open house, a pep rally, dance follows the game.
So lots of things to stay plugged in, and actually that'll be my 60th game announcing at Northern, so a little bit of a milestone there. And Northern's cruising in this one now, up 11-4 in the second set. And it looks like Coach Gene Darling really had a great game plan here coming out against Pennsauken. As we stated, these two teams met very early in the season, And Northern took that in 2 straight sets, 25-16 and 25-10. But a lot has happened in those games. Pennsauken comes into this one now 2-6, Northern 4-4, looking to get over 500. And both these teams are in the same division, so every division game so very important. I know it's very early in the season. Northern still has 10 games to go after this one. But when you can get a big win against a division rival, hopefully the Hounds can continue to push and make a state playoff appearance once again this season. So Northern with a serve. And that was an outstanding ace there by the Greyhounds. Now in the lead, 15-4. And Northern's going to have no rest. They have quite a few more games coming up this week. They're actually going to end their season with 3 of their final 4 at home. But it looks like they're going to get some really tough matchups. Logan, why don't you tell our viewers about the end of the season here? Northern will be wrapping up their last road game on the 9th of October, and then they've got 3 straight home games. Why don't you tell our viewers about some of those matchups?
On October 9th, the Hounds' last visiting game will be at Cinnaminson at 4 p.m. On the 10th, they will be versing Eastern at 4 o'clock here at the farm. On the 11th, they will be versing Sterling at 6:30 here. On the 16th of October, they will be versing STEM Civics at 3:45.
And that'll end their season there at home. Should be a win against STEM Civics, but you never know. You can never take any opponent lightly. The game you mentioned, Logan, the Sterling game on the 11th of October will be our senior night. And again, that one starts at 6:30 p.m. It's always a great night to honor the girls who have worked for 4 years on the team and the seniors on the team. And always a fantastic night to come out. So we'd love for our friends, family, community members to come out on that night and support our Lady Hounds. Looks like that was going to be a play at the net, and that one's going to go toward Pennsauken. And they're going to take over serving here, down 16-7 in this second set. But despite the score, it's really been a lot more competitive than the numbers indicate. And as we stated, Northern jumped out to a big lead in the first set, cruising in that one. They were up 13-3 at one point. Pennsauken called a timeout, but it was too much for them. The Hounds went on to win that one 25-12. And they look to be in a very similar position here in the second set, up in this one, 17-7, with Madison Martinez about to serve for the Greyhounds.
Madison Martinez and Pennsauken hits it back to the Greyhounds, and that will be a point for Pennsauken.
And that one looked just out of the reach there for the Greyhounds. Excellent placement there by the Indians, closing the gap here 17-8, but still plenty of time left. And the crowd is still fired up in this one. Great drop shot there by the Greyhounds, looking to take the Indians off guard, and they certainly did now, cruising in this one 18-8. 7 points away from getting a big win. And we're going to get a rotation here with a new member of the Greyhounds serving. And it looks like that's going to be Abigail Mayberry for the Hounds. Build on this big lead.
Mayberry snaps it. And that will be another point for the Hounds. And there's a double touch by the Hounds. That will lead another point to Pennsauken.
Yeah, just an unfortunate play there. Hit the net, and that point's going to go to the Indians. Northern still with a big lead, 10-point lead, late in the second set. I'm sure they'd like nothing more than to close this game out and get a W here in front of our fans on hand. Always a great turnout here at the farm. And obviously we're wishing all of our teams fall sports teams the best of luck in their season moving forward. Now, Northern had a very, very successful fall season last year. As we stated, the girls volleyball team advanced to the state tournament, as did boys and girls soccer. The cross-country team was a division leader, as always. In addition, our football team had some big wins last year, going 5-5, winning the annual Commanders Cup game, homecoming, as well as consolation game versus Colts Neck. And our girls tennis team won their first division title in the history of Northern last season as well. So we look for all those teams to improve this season, and Northern's going to continue to build on this lead here, up 20-9.
Now there you go. And then Northern hits it back now, and that will be another point for the Hounds.
So Northern currently in the lead, 21-9. And again, for those just tuning in, I'm Mr. James Dowd. I'm joined by broadcasting student Mr. Logan Stewart. We are here live at the farm. It is Monday, September 24th, 2018, as the Northern Burlington Greyhounds varsity volleyball team takes on the Pennsauken Indians in what's really been a good match. Greyhounds looking to get a big win, currently up in this one, 22-9, 3 points away from getting a big W here at the farm.
Now Northern serves again, and that will be out of bounds, giving Pennsauken their 10th point. Pennsauken serves, and that will hit the net and give a point to the Hounds.
So the Hounds 2 points away. We'll see what we've got drawn up here. I'm sure they'd like nothing more than to get 2 quick aces and walk out of here with a big win. Great play there by the Indians. Great drop shot by the Greyhounds. And looks like we've got quite the volley going back and forth here. I'll tell you what, for a team that's down 23-10, there's no quit in the Pennsauken Indians. They've really been fighting for every point, and that's going to be a point for the Greyhounds. That was a great play there by Elizabeth Bannis there on the front line, and the Greyhounds are now 1 point away from getting a big win here tonight.
Laney Borough, our new server, and Greyhounds looking to get this next point and win.
And that's going to sail past the Greyhounds there on the back line and give Pennsauken a point with the score now 24-11. But if the Greyhounds score one more point here, they'll get a big W. So certainly we're rooting for the Lady Hounds, but we were also rooting for a good game. And we got one here this afternoon as Pennsauken looks to stay into this one, down 24-11 in this second set. Great spike attempt there by the Greyhounds, but it looked like it sailed just out of bounds. And Pennsauken's going to serve again.
Pennsauken serves, and Northern with the point.
And that's going to do it. So congratulations to the Lady Hounds getting a big win here today.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody, for watching.
On behalf of all of us here at Northern TV, on behalf of Logan Stewart, I'm Mr. James Dowd, signing off.